Welcome to Mavin use cases. This month, we're going to talk about small engineering companies that need to convey their data to their clients with ease of use and low cost. So small engineering companies tend to work with many different size clients and generally are doing some kind of land use classification, planning applications, cadastral mapping, things of that kind. And their clients maybe don't have the expertise or the infrastructure to handle that information. And during the bidding process, a lot of times considering how one consumes that data isn't included in that bid, or is a higher cost and is really necessary and adds a lot of complexity to a pretty simple process. So while these small engineering companies took the time to do something like a flood risk mapping, and then they need to convey that data easily to a client, they can use Mavin to get all of their layers together and then share it quickly and easily with the people who paid for that data. So in this case, if we're looking at flood risk mapping, we have this flood map here. Open it up and you can see where the floodplains are and overlay that with a lot of very useful information for someone who's maybe looking to invest in new buildings and the long-term risk of being in a flood area. So you can see where there's current development, you can see the floodplain extent, the growth management areas, and the city, and you can overlay parcels on top of that as well to get more information on ownership. Now, the client may have only paid for one kind of information just to know the risk level of certain areas they're looking to invest. But all of this information is available for the most part for free and can be easily stacked on top of each other to add a wealth of information to the data they paid for. And it's also excessively easy to share that with the client. So the client just wants the information, but needs to be able to consume it in a mapping interface. With Mavin, the engineering company that was contracted can very easily go into the map, into the editor mode, go into permissions, and easily share this map, either by keeping it public and sharing the URL, or changing the permissions to private and just adding a password, and then they could just send the link with the password, and the client doesn't even have to sign up for an account of any kind. Or you can easily send an email, entering the user's email here, giving them permission to read or edit, and then by clicking the plus buttons they'll get an email, and it's easy enough to sign up. If it's a private map that is not password protected, all they need is their email address and a password, and they'll immediately have access to the map at no cost to the user. So this is an added functionality that an engineering company can offer to make the process of getting needed information to clients easy and fast and to no extra cost to their clients. Thanks for joining us again for our Mavin use cases. Feel free to drop us a line if you have any questions.